Kaka.
It's time for Bourbon with Friends, the bourbon podcast that never takes itself too seriously. Pull up a chair, grab a glass, and remember, a bourbon with friends can change the world. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bourbon with Friends. Myself, Brian, Adrian, and Martin are here to talk about whiskeys around the world, but also Joe, our amazing producer, to help us out and guide us in the right direction for all the right questions and all the right reasons.
We'll see about that.
I'm just trying to do the best lead I can for you, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of the God honest truth. You're doing an amazing job with everything that you do for us and help us out in the best way possible. And taking over when I'm gone or just taking over in general. So thank you.
Well, no problem. I try my best. I know sometimes I drop the ball and stuff, but hey, we all make mistakes, and I might blame it on this stuff. Oh no, we'll see.
That's okay.
Is it his birthday or something?
Every day's my birthday.
I was just gonna say, way too many compliments. Let's, he's gonna get a fucking ego, and then we're gonna have to deal with that celebrity ego over here, dude. And we don't need it. He already thinks he's God. So no, Joe's the shit. I love Joe.
But no, I want to go off and start with, we're doing a new series and a new beginning to Bourbon with Friends. So we took a couple weeks off for us, and we're going to try to go in a new direction with some new questions, but still the same old us. Maybe a little bit more Joe.
Yeah, more Joe. More Joe, just like more cowbell. Everybody needs more Joe. This is like this is season 2. It just took us a year to get to season 2. So, like most television shows, seasons last for years.
Oh, back in the good days, yeah, I used to have
That is true.
30 plus episodes, and then you have the summer season too.
I know, and it's just like I was never aware, but now they now, like, if you look at it, they organize it into seasons, like Fresh Prince and stuff like that. But back in the day, it wasn't seasons, except for like that season finale when Lisa left him at the altar. I think that was kind of like a season finale. But for my Fresh Prince fans out there,
it's bringing up bad memories.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
That was a fucking sad episode, dude. That was so terrible. But gotta let him go sometimes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nia Long.
So Adrian, I want to get your opinion on this past weekend. We almost all of us got to meet each other this past weekend, which was great. But minus Joe.
Well, we've all met each other now, except just not all at one time. So we've all met in person now, officially.
Officially.
So,
but what was your favorite part about this weekend with everything?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And while you say that, we should probably tell them where we went. We went to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, which was hosting the Whiskey Festival. So that's where we all went. We went with a group of us, and it was Adrian, myself, Brian, a couple of other good, bad neighbors. Yeah, bad neighbors. But it's a couple other great, amazing people that we get to go and do our trips with. So yes, how do you think? Highlights, lowlights.
Highlights. Obviously the festival, was a good time. I felt like I talked to a lot of people. Maybe I probably didn't though. I mean, I'm looking back on who I talked to, and I'm thinking maybe like 6 or 8 booths, but I didn't have you only have a few hours at that thing. So I didn't probably capitalize as much as I should have.
It was short.
It was short. I was surprised after attending KBF a couple times, and that goes for days. So it was definitely quick, but The highlights for me were the times the time spent as a group, just because those are the times when I laugh the most.
Yeah.
That
And
was
we
the
heard it on the
highlight for
private
me.
call.
Yeah. So it was time spent with friends. That was the highlight for me, because I work a lot and I'm pretty busy. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
What about you, Martin?
Martin?
God,
What you
man. I mean, obviously, like, I'll just kind of put it up that obviously the friends are the reason why I do this. And why I go to any of these things in the first place is it has to have that element, and I genuinely love the time I get to spend with these people. As far as the fest goes, yeah, no, it was. I think the setup was amazing. Great venue. It was at the what was it, the Geneva Grand Lodge or something like that, Geneva National Lodge or something like that. Really great, fucking
Muskego
awesome.
Lakes Country Club?
No, there was a couple different. So the pool.
Different.
So to kind of tell you guys a little bit about how it was set up. So obviously, there's the main thing that was on Saturday. That was from 3 to 6 at this lodge. There was also opt-in events that you could go to around the Wee Whiskey Festival as well. We didn't opt in to go to any of them. As a group, we were going to, but they did cost extra. Like, there was a cruise that was put on by Driftless Glen, but I think it was an additional like $125. There were some other tastings throughout Geneva, but they were like, I think ranging anywhere from about $40 to $60. And we had the Airbnb. We figured we had a bunch of whiskey there anyway. So we kind of opted to just do the main event on the Saturday. I think there was like a cheese and honey and whiskey tasting thing on the Sunday to kind of close out the weekend. So there is other stuff that you could do, but the main event was on Saturday. And again, a really great setup. It was easy getting in, no major issues. We got a cool swag bag. I got a pen that I've been playing with all day. And you were basically given a Glencairn, a little mini Glencairn, and you could walk around. I mean, I think it was about 30 plus vendors there. I would say maybe a little bit more than that, maybe, but I can't remember exactly the count, but I think it was at least 30 whiskey vendors. And there was like at least a couple other types of things. Like there was tequila, there was actually, Joe, there was a cigar thing set up as well. Which apparently is a new addition for this year.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wasn't it called Lovely?
Lovely. Yeah, I've heard of
Lovely
that.
brand.
Yeah.
Yep, Lovely. Yeah. Yep, they had a booth there, and then they had another booth that just like you could actually buy cigars and you can smoke them outside, obviously. But yeah, it was great. I would say that my highlights as far as whiskeys go, shit, man.
Yeah. I have two that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head that I liked.
I would say that a pleasant surprise. I was a little wary of the brand, if I'm being honest. Whenever brands are over popularized on things like Instagram and you see kind of like a little too much hype, you wonder if it's hype or if it's quality.
No.
And I'll say that Larrikin was one that I was kind of wary of, but I'll tell you what, we met the guy there. Hopefully we have him on the show. I don't want to give away too much, but that's good stuff, man. I will give it to them. I think it was the High Rye that we tried. I believe it was the one that I liked the most. It was a High Rye bourbon. That was really nice. And then they had a wheated one that was really nice as well. But yeah, that was definitely a highlight for me. The no lowlights for me. I think the one thing is that like we get to go to these fests. I got to go to a Wisconsin fest back in October, so there wasn't a dramatic difference in vendors. So I would like to see like other people from the Midwest. I think that'd be like one thing to see. Obviously, it's a Wisconsin whiskey festival, so that's the focus. But they had people like Four Roses and 477 and other brands that are not from Wisconsin. So maybe get him Cedar Ridge. Let's get other people from maybe some Spirits of French, like from Indiana. Get some other craft ones up there from the Midwest. I think that'd be kind of cool to make it a little different from festival to festival too, for the people who are repeat. You know what I mean? Who are kind of following all these different festivals. I think that might be kind of cool. But yeah, spending time, good whiskey. Yeah, can't ask for any more than that, man.
No, 100%. I think you got the nail on the head for that.
Yeah. What about you?
Ooh. I mean, there's a lot of different things. I mean, meeting you guys was probably my highlight, and then getting to meet everybody else at the same time. Just enjoying the company, like Adrian said, with her friends and with everybody else, getting away from work for a little bit and just enjoying the conversation. Because I think that was probably my favorite part right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of laughter. Lots and lots of laughter.
Yeah. I learned that Brian eats more than any human I've ever met.
You eat a lot.
Dude, like it was like there was no menu item was enough. I was just like, damn, dude, like we're gonna have to start like combining things for him. Like it was insane.
So he wouldn't survive at Mike's house.
Fuck no. He would die in like 30 minutes. He'd be pissed off, dude. Like, what is this? It's like he just floss it. He would floss his teeth with Mike's bacon portions, dude. Like
get hangry. Like, well, we all get sometimes.
Oh god.
Yeah, and I had a great time at the fest as well. But I didn't go.
Okay.
What's that?
Not invited.
Hashtag not invited.
Not invited.
Not invited.
Oh, you were there in spirit, my friend. You trust me.
You were.
Yeah, no, I had a commitment. Had a very close friend. His daughter had her 15th birthday over the weekend, and she had a quinceañera. So it was black tie. Everyone had to wear nice clothes. So it was pretty cool. Open bar all night. Nice. They didn't have a great whiskey selection. The only whiskey they really had was Jameson. So I drank a lot of that. A lot of Modelo.
I was like, well, free is free.
Yeah.
Free is free.
Free is free. But it was a really good time. His daughter showed up on a black horse in her full gown. That was pretty amazing in this ball center or this event center that they had it at. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I don't remember much after like 10:30 at night. So,
dang. Those Modelo's hit, huh?
Yeah, I was pre-gaming in the room too. I brought some stuff in the room. So,
did you bring a flask?
No, because I thought that they would be checking people.
Oh yeah.
But they weren't, and I was like kind of pissed. I should have brought something.
Yeah, I usually just risk it, and if they're like, "Sir, you can't bring that," I'm like, "Okay." But like,
I
want to have
there,
it,
so I didn't want to.
Got it.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, "Oh, we're going to Uber there. I don't want to take the chance."
Yeah,
right.
I didn't want to pull a Martin and do a keister. So,
well, I mean, sometimes you got to fit stuff up there, dude. It's crack for a reason. But I remember I used to do I would bring my there was some really fucking expensive speakeasies when I was living in a certain state. And I used to bring like my flask there, so I'd order one drink and then I would just keep filling it.
Adding.
Yeah. So
I wonder what state that would be.
It wasn't the flat one. So it was but that's why they're great things to have on you. But no, dude, like I get that. Like, yeah, sometimes, but you know what's fucking crazy though? You say Jameson, like, and we sit here and all of us kind of went,
yeah, no, but it was fine.
But it's fine. That's the thing. It's like one of the largest and most well-known whiskey brands in the entire world.
And the pours, trust me, the pours were like huge.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like Martin's pour at the what was that place called?
Topsy Turvy. Really cool little brewery that was located inside of a church, similar to Beer Church that we have up here in Michigan, or up close to me in Michigan. But yeah, so they just got their liquor license, so I saw they had Driftless Glen. I'm like, fuck, I kind of want a Driftless Glen. And for the last month, I was not drinking, so I basically had about a month off. I did my own kind of version of dry January. So my first pour back in was a Driftless Glen, and I asked, Brian heard me, for like the 1.5 ounce pour that they charged me. Motherfucker was like 3.5 ounces. So like I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm like, here we go. So just took it down. It was their single malt, delicious, by the way. Yeah, that was my very first pour. That was a heavy one. That was super heavy.
That was a lot.
That's a lot.
But that was a really good pretzel too.
Yeah, that was a good pretzel.
Oh, those were all the brands, Adrian?
Yeah, so I have the back of the
the
brochure thing that we
itinerary
got.
thing.
I was just kind of looking to see. There's a lot of things I probably should have tried that I didn't on here. But a couple three that were big for me. First one being I tried the Dirty Helen cast strength rye from Great Lakes Distillery.
Oh, you did? What'd you think?
Yeah, and the gentleman, gosh, do I have his card? Tell me I have his card. I don't think I do. Okay. That gentleman, I forget his name now, but he kind of told me the story about Dirty Helen, so that was fun. I'm not going to try to retell it here because that would be a disaster.
Yeah,
but
we might get him on the podcast. So
yeah, exactly. So, but I don't know if you guys, if any of you guys stopped at that booth at all, but
I didn't, but
really
I did get to try. I got to try that because we went to Great Lakes when we went to Milwaukee in October. I've tried it, but I didn't get to try it at the fest. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's
okay.
Good.
What about? So, did anybody stop at Tattersall?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys stop at that one? I can't remember which one I tried there, but I enjoyed. I'm pretty sure it was the rye.
That's what I had.
I like rye.
And I had their single malt too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody stop at Dancing Goat? Did you guys stop there?
I did and
didn't make it to that one. Met Fred. Nice. Met Fred.
I think I did. I can't remember.
He was what? I had their barrel strength bourbon. That was delicious.
Okay.
Really
how many offerings do they have? Did they have quite a few?
I don't remember at that point of the night.
Okay. It was the day. It was still daylight, FYI.
I was like, oh, that's what that bright thing was.
Yeah. So let's see. Chattanooga whiskey. Did you guys stop there?
No. Again, though, it's because
no.
Well, no, I have nothing against them. It's just that Patty and Caesar, our good friends Patty and Caesar, we went to a little tiny whiskey festival up by me, and they had everything was exactly the same. So I actually got to try them previously, so I was like, nah, I want to try some new stuff. So
yeah, she took me over there, and I tried Isla cask finish.
That's really good. I know you probably were not into it. No way she'd like that
bourbon. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to trash my palate the rest of the day, but it didn't. It was good, but man, it really had. I don't even know what to say. It had.
It's pretty peated.
It was okay. That's what it was.
To be honest, for something that's just done in a cask, it's not peated itself. It's not actually peated.
No, it was finished
in a cask. So.
I can't imagine what the actual stuff that was in that barrel tastes like. Lord, it'd probably knock you down. Me anyway.
Yeah.
What else is on here? Ingram. They had their flagship, their 2024 flagship was a high rye bourbon that was very, very, very good. They had a couple other things that were wheated. I did not try those because I'm not a big wheated person. What else?
I think we went
Red Line. Did you guys try any of the Red Line? I had tried some Red Line at KBF last year, so I.
Yeah, I did. I think I just tried whatever the toasted barrel was the one I tried from them.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they had a toasted barrel.
The toasted rye.
Yep. Yeah, it was really good.
That was good.
That was good. I didn't try any of their finished stuff because I've had it before, and it's okay. I wanted to try it. I'd never tried that one, so I wanted to try it.
Okay.
What about Rush Creek? I think Adrian, you went over there. I went over there, and we talked to Mark.
I have that card right here. Yes, it was Mark. Yeah, it was right. That was right at the tail end for me. I went over there and chatted it up with them. Oddly enough, we talked about gin and the nuances that can come with gin and how Edwin Coe makes gin, and we had a whole big conversation on that. They had jalapeno vodka at their booth. I don't know. I didn't try it, but
that might go good at a Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
probably,
exactly. And I think you could do a spin on that too. Like I saw the other day, I saw a video like with carrot juice in a cocktail. So you could,
That
do
sounds
it
good.
with something like that as well too. But anyway,
Yeah. 45th Parallel.
Yes.
Their rye
yeah.
and their American single malt. Their American single malt is brand new. The one that they had out on the table at least. And that was very good.
Yes, it was.
That was probably my favorite one from the night. I think.
Really?
But there was not. There was a single malt as far as a single malt goes. That was definitely my favorite single malt that I tried throughout the night. That was very good. Much more Scotch leaning than American single malt leaning, to be fair. As far
Was
as
it peated or no?
Very lightly. Think like think more along the lines of a Cedar Ridge, but like in more of a Scotch. I could use ones, but I don't know if you've ever tried like Arden American or like Isla Rassi or anything. People like them.
No.
That's what I would compare it to. But as far as American single malt, it leans more towards like Cedar Ridge quintessential stuff.
So it was less grain forward then.
Yeah,
a lot more fruits coming through.
Yeah,
I'm assuming. Yeah,
lots.
Okay.
It was stone fruits though, because it just had it reminded me of a peated Highland. Is what it did. Not Isla, more of a peated Highland, more like a Highland Park maybe. So stuff like that.
Because for me, American single malts are very grain forward.
They are. Yeah, this one did not
Agreed.
have that. This one definitely none of that kind of yeasty bakery. No, like they're really like, like when you walk into a Subway. So
I was thinking the other Subway. I was like, what? It smells like this.
Listen, my Subways make bread. Okay, no. But yeah, I totally agree. This was definitely fruitier notes, and that's why I fell in love originally with like things like Mirador, Balcones Mirador, because to me that's what that had, and it reminded me more of Scotch, while still being relatively different. But yeah, no, definitely anybody that can get up there and check out 45th Parallel. I believe I can't remember where exactly there in Wisconsin, but
not too far. What? About a couple hours northwest of Rhinelander, where our good friends Germ and Spicy are.
So yeah, I know they're relatively close by, and definitely seems like a cool distillery. They're doing good stuff. I talked to the dude for a little bit, and everything I've tried from them. They're the ones that do like the R Richmond rye.
Richmond, yes.
Yeah.
I tried that. That was good.
So fucking good.
Yeah. It wasn't the Cal Strength version, but what?
Nothing. I was trying to make a dumb joke. It's fine.
I think he was trying to say the hard R.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, you asked if anybody tried Malort. I have officially had Malort.
And your thoughts?
I only took just the tiny. Rob only gave me the tiniest little bit.
Yeah, they didn't.
So I didn't
like
have to do like. Yeah, it was made. Probably wasn't even a half ounce, but oh Lord, nobody should have to do that.
See, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's it's not good. Would I drink it by choice? Not really.
No, but if I was there with friends and they wanted to try it, I'll have it with them too. Again,
it's
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Thanks.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely got that. It's definitely an aftertaste for sure. Didn't ruin my whole night though. Don't worry.
So when me and Brian went to Kentucky for the Wild Turkey event,
look at you.
I got mine right here.
We went to what was that bar? 7th or
7th Street.
Yeah, 7th Street. And one of the people there says, he was talking to me, he's like, "What, you never had Malort?" I'm like, "No." It's like, "Well, shit, here we go. Let's go have some." So I had it, and I was like, okay, I was expecting gag reflexes and everything, and I was like, this isn't bad at all. I mean, okay.
Oh, but no, yeah, it did make me gag.
Yeah, but I could see on the aftertaste, I would need something to counter that. So then I told Brian, hey, let's get some peated Scotch. I need something to kill this aftertaste.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
We had the Dalmore 12 after that, I think.
We had the Dalmore 15 after that.
Oh, the Dalmore 15.
Because they didn't have the 12.
Yeah.
Man, two bad things in a row, huh?
I think I had. I think I had Glenn. I think I had the Glen going 18.
You did.
After I tried the Malort, though, Martin brought that for me to try. It was very, very good. I was surprised, to say the least, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought you might.
It was very good.
They're Highland Distillery, and one of the first ones that really got me interested in something different from whiskey. But Malort. I think the thing about Malort that there's no real way to describe what it tastes like.
No,
you're right. There's not.
I can't think of usually we're all whiskey people. We know how to describe oh, this tastes like da 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 da. I was sitting here, I'm like, I can't compare it to anything. Like I don't know.
It definitely evokes feelings.
Herbal, I guess maybe.
Notes.
Yeah, I would say it's like a gin that's gone bad, maybe.
The herbal aspect of it. Yeah.
Like on the beginning, like the first note on the palate is gin. That's what I got. Was like herbal, floral, but not a good floral. And then the aftertaste was rancid floral a little bit.
There's something spoiled going on in there. Yeah. It's like when I used to go to and party at Indiana University back in the day when I was younger, and the only beer they ever had was Natty Light. And it's just and someone's just oh, it's the worst. And I'm like, it tastes like they scraped the beer off of the bottom of every single brewery fucking factory floor and just put it into a beer. It tastes like food.
I have a story almost like that. Well, not like that, but there's a little dive bar near my old house in Anaheim. It was called Dolphin's Lounge. And me and my buddy were riding motorcycles all day. Let's go there. I'm like, dude, really? It's like, okay, let's go. We're there. We order our beer. They poured it for us. And then you know how they have those trays underneath the beer taps?
To catch it. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw her put that into a pitcher.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then she brought the pitcher to an old fucking drunk at the end of the bar.
Oh, okay.
He drank it.
It's recycling in a way. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, nobody's drank any of it. It's just a whole bunch of
but it's been sitting together there for who knows how long.
In a mixture of who knows how many different styles of beer.
Probably just that day, right? Right.
Yeah, but still.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but
I'm sure they clean it out, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. But that spot was
at the end of the bar.
He's like, nasty. Thanks for the beer. You're very reliable.
Yeah.
That's fucking gross. But no, yeah, Natty Light, that Natty Light, 100%. That's that, and Keystone Light was the other one that they used to drink a lot, and just as bad back in the day. But it's cheap as shit, man. 30 pack for it back then, probably
was maybe $15,
$10,
if that, man. Yeah, I think we used to get it for $10 or $11 or something like that. So, it was easy. They used to have penny pitchers down there at this bar right by IU, literally penny pitchers, and you knew that it was Natty Light or Keystone. Or fucking what's the other old guy stuff? Old Milwaukee.
Old Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff. You'd get the cheapest, but it was penny pitchers, man. It was back in the day, man. I'll tell you what, they don't in this economy. Forget about it.
Yeah, they need to bring it back, man. Shit, I spent what $18-19 on an 8-pack of Guinness. That's just crazy.
It's insane, dude.
You know,
and if you want to do the craft stuff nowadays, a 4-pack is $17.
4-pack is almost $20. Yeah.
So stupid.
That I just bought that old Rasputin, a 4-pack.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was only $10 for the 4-pack.
That's not bad for that, and that's good beer.
Yeah.
It's getting more and more.
Yeah, but the smaller craft stuff, you're spending $15 to $20 on a 4-pack, which is just crazy.
How much are the 4-packs at Dot Line, Adrian? I know I bought one before, but I can't remember.
I want to say they're 16 or 18.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Depending on what you get. I think the stouts are more. It just depends on what you get, I think.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I think you're right, because I think the the hazy that I got from them was maybe like $17-18, something like. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, with tax, I think they're like, I think maybe they're $15.99, and then with tax, they're a little bit up there.
Shit, even zombie dust has gone up. I used to be able to get like 6 packs of that for like, $7-8.
Yeah,
$7-8 back in the day, dude. Now, fuck that.
Yeah, now it's 11 to 15 for a 6-pack or more.
Easily. But yeah,
but still cheaper than a bar.
It is cheaper than a bar.
Yeah.
But obviously, good rest of the weekend. We, speaking of wild turkeys, we saw a wild turkey in the backyard. Our friend Rob tried to chase it down, was unsuccessful.
And it chased him back.
I actually learned that Adrian makes a pretty good impression of a turkey on the way home because that was a pretty good impression he did. But
okay, I did make a turkey sound.
She made a turkey sound. And for half a second, I'm like, did that thing come with us? And I checked and we didn't. But,
I mean, I don't know. No one should be surprised when they see, everybody sees me riding in my car. So it should not be a shock to anyone.
They see me rolling with Samson. All right, so I do think, unfortunately, we've had a lot of laughs. I think we have to break the news that a certain feature is. If you guys remember the film Old Yeller, at some point Old Yeller got.
Well, no, you're missing it. You're missing it.
What?
About the saddest point of your weekend driving up to Wisconsin with Adrian.
Oh,
the saddest point.
Yeah, you were driving up that highway.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about what. I mean, I wasn't gonna get that.
You weren't gonna say it. I knew you don't want to say it, but you got to say it.
I'm getting choked up, if I'm being honest with you. So we were driving. If for a little context here, Adrian and myself drove up to Wisconsin together. She met me. She got to meet my mom.
I did.
Which was cool.
Met Martin's mom
and my niece on the way back.
Yeah.
But, so we started off the trip. Great. She got to meet my mom. Laughs. We're ready to go. I'm happy. We're going. All of a sudden, I crossed into Wisconsin, and all of a sudden, there's a couple things that happen when you come into Wisconsin. You come into the wonderful town of Kenosha. You're going to see the Mars Cheese Castle. You'll even pass by the world's largest Culver's if you give a fuck about that. And after I passed that, and I'm assuming it was also coming from there, was a squirrel. And that moment when you meet eyes, and I'm gonna hit you, dude. And I'm sorry about this. I'll see you in the afterlife, and we'll have a beer. But
or a nut. In that case.
I'm not. I can't slow this. I can't slow this moving vehicle down. But then Adrian did one of the craziest things I've ever seen in the world. I didn't know you could tuck and roll in such a elegant manner, but she jumps out the window, barrel rolls whiskey, and then she grabs and coddles the squirrel and just
saved him. Fucking saved him.
Off to the side of the road. I swerve. My car flips. I end up in the Culver's drive-thru. She comes and gets me. I have a 4-piece chicken strip. I have their crinkle fries. I also got a Butterburger for later. I got Adrian a tea. And they also have really good cheese curds. Well, they're okay. They're frozen, but they're decent.
Do you want to know?
None of that's true.
How you can tell that story. You want to know how you can tell it's not true?
You wouldn't jump out a window.
I don't drink tea. That's how you know it's not true.
That's great. But no, obviously that's not true. But we are going to be kind of moving away from our squirrel questions a little bit. I feel like we have got to that point. We want to change things up. We want to keep it fresh here on Bourbon with Friends.
Let it go.
That was a good one to go out on. But like,
do we want a kangaroo question?
Now that we tasted Larrikin, we're moving over to Down Under.
I don't know,
animals.
but someone might not enjoy that question. I'm just saying.
Who?
From the land down under?
No.
Oh.
Valerie's Australian?
No, she's they're having some what's that redneck feud in the Appalachians, the whatchamacallits and whatchamacallits.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby?
Hatfields and McCoy.
Yeah, the Hatfields, McCoys. Yeah, they're having a little feud down there in Kentucky with their land.
Oh, really? Can we talk about that more? That's kind of cool. I thought for some reason I'm like, they're in California. They can't be like overrun with kangaroos. So like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Well, no, our friends Val and Nubby have land in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's good to own land. But that's crazy. Well, good luck to them. Shout outs to landowners and whatnot.
Yeah,
man.
hopefully
hope
the kangaroo punches Nubby in the face on it.
That's what.
Wait, Joe, edit that out. What's the time?
He somehow edits it.
Hard to edit out. Thank you.
He's gonna edit it and make it look like I said it. But maybe that's where maybe he'll reach in a pouch and that's where his other end of the finger went back in the day. Who knows? You never know. You don't have to edit that out. There you go, Nubs. But I love you, dude.
Oh goodness.
But no, yeah. So we are going to be moving on to some. We're not going to tell you guys. We're probably just going to premiere the new questions. But probably after you hear this episode, you'll hear some of the new questions. Just taking a slightly different direction. If you guys hate it, let us know. We'll go right back to the squirrel questions.
Right.
if it doesn't work, we'll just go right back. Yeah, we'll just keep bullshitting our way through that. So yeah, no, we will be doing away with the squirrels shooting in the head like
maybe
Old Yeller.
Speaking of getting rid of the squirrel question, and last year, we might have talked about this already, but we've had some more guests since then. Yeah. What has been some of your guys' highlights of the people we've interviewed, the whiskeys you guys have tried, in the last year?
Gosh.
I mean, honestly, one of my favorites just in the recent couple past episodes was probably New Dawn. Her stuff was amazing.
Oh my gosh. I bought a bottle of that.
She brought a bottle
back there on the shelf. I loved that whiskey.
Yes.
I even took it. I took it this weekend
I liked it.
to the meetup so everybody could try it because I loved it so much.
Delicioso.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's my Spanish.
Trying to think.
That's what happens after this weekend.
Yeah, hanging out with the neighbors.
Yeah.
Cool up.
Two other words.
Yeah, I
think.
Wait.
Did Brian learn the B word from Rob?
No,
he didn't learn that one.
So. I don't think so. Oh, did you? I don't remember.
I was in the vehicle with him a lot.
Oh, that's true.
You probably learned a lot then.
Yeah. So what else?
I would say another. I this goes without saying. But we talked to Murphy a few times, and I had the honor
Murphy
of
from
being
where?
able to
just to give her
Cedar Ridge.
Okay.
Cedar Ridge Distillery. I had the pleasure of going out for a barrel pick there. He was on the podcast with Cold Zero Spirits, and then he came back to talk a little bit more about the quintessentials. I know
that ex-bourbon sample that he sent us. Oh my God!
I know. I bought a bottle of that too.
Yeah, I love that one, man.
Yeah, that's first single malt I ever purchased with my own money. If that tells you anything. So, yep. I got that before I got that before I purchased the barrel pick that I was on. So that one stands out in my mind. I think just because I got to we talked to him so many times, but I'm just looking at the shelf to see if I can think of anybody else that we talked to that really, was fun, interesting.
Was Woodinville this year?
Yeah.
Yes,
That
it
was in January.
Yeah, then them for sure for me. I like them.
Yeah,
Great,
the book.
great dude.
I got my book over here. It's
Book's
kind of behind my whiskey.
beautiful. Gave me the
Yeah, oh my
opportunity to
gosh.
try that cask strength rye, which is gorgeous. And yeah, Seth, obviously Detling last year is mine. There's not really a competition there, but and a Murphy for sure. I love Murphy.
Yeah.
Murphy's just a good dude. I can't wait to get to shake his hand in a couple months here. So
Nice. And how about you, Brian?
Ooh. I mean, we had a lot recently that were great. Woodenville, like you guys said, Cold Zero, Chad,
was cool.
and Murphy at the same time. So that was kind of cool getting that. Murphy Quinn with Cedar Ridge. Who else? Then we had 2 Stacks.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun episode for that. Irish whiskey, 4 Branches, having Mike.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Was it Mike and Ryan?
I enjoyed them.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Mike Trout. Ooh, this is going to bug me.
Oh, give me a second. I can pull it up right now.
Trouter. I know it's Mike.
Mike Trot.
Mike Trot. Oh, shoot. I don't have the other one on here. It's not on the file.
Yeah, it's not listed.
But, yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But
and then if we go back to the previous year, and I don't know why my memory sucked this entire weekend with who we talked with. Martin was calling me out the entire weekend because I forgot everybody.
He did.
I'll admit that.
It's hard. I mean, I learned a very valuable lesson on that trip, and that is to take notes, because when you think you're going to remember everybody, but you forget that you're drinking alcohol at the same time. And it's like, oh man, who is that over there? God, what's her name? Yeah. So that is definitely something I would do differently next time. Even if even if it wasn't for the podcast, just for memory alone, and remembering who you talked to and what you tried.
That's the thing. I was mildly surprised because, like I said, I went back in October to that the Wisconsin Whiskey Festival in Milwaukee, and I was walking around this one a few times, like, hey, I'm like, fuck. Just like they remember me. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's so and so. I was very surprised because there was a lot of people, obviously, because there's a lot of Wisconsin distilleries. The couple of ones I did remember was Brandon from Driffelsglen. Shout out Brandon, good dude. But there was a couple people like, hey, do you remember me from this? And shook hands. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. Like, what's going on? And then just people that like we encounter.
Isn't it funny how people remember you like that? That's crazy. I know. I had one myself from KBF. It was wild.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big of a community. It is a small community in a lot of ways. It's not like it's this massive, like, obviously if we were going to some like more world kind of whiskey event, then no one would recognize us. But like, because we haven't encountered a lot of those people. But these smaller events, you definitely run in, and there's always some cool people that do it from year to year. I know like the Michter's girl Raven. I met her a couple of times at some of the fests and things like that. So
don't tell Bruzel.
Don't know who that is.
Brian knows that joke. But speaking of that, I mean, of course, my highlight would be going with Brian to Kentucky. I mean, I was blown away by that. Cool. Blown away by their generosity, their hospitality, and meeting so many great people in the whiskey community that were there. Some people that I like, Conrad. Conrad was awesome.
Don't try to get into it too much.
Is it Jeff? What's the
Jeff
barrel? He does he does that list every year.
Oh, Jeff the Creed.
No, we did drove by there.
Did you see his face?
No, but also Bruce Russell was down to earth. He's just like, he's so cool, and just it was kind of just like he's like a regular guy. I was waiting for my Uber on that Wednesday morning, and I see some guy running down the street with his it's like a Great Dane or something. And I look at him like, wait, that's Bruce Russell. And he just like waved hi to me because he remembered me from the day before.
Nice.
So, it's just like that. That was my personal highlight, for the year.
Is he grandson of Jimmy Russell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I guess he has a brother who is not involved at all with the brand.
That's wild. Can you imagine that? Like, nah, I'm cool. I don't need anything from that. Like,
yeah,
it's wild turkey, dude. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, Adrian and I wish we could have made that one for sure, guys. That looked like an amazing trip. So
it did.
Yeah, sure.
Well, next time we'll try to figure it out in the future where all of us can go out, and we'll just have to. Hopefully, they don't give us a 3-week notice,
or not even like a 2.5 week notice.
2.5 week notice. For sure. Yeah, of course. But yeah, I think that's it. Any more things we can tease? Obviously, we have I'm sure we'll have lots of new guests coming up here soon. We're definitely. That's the beautiful thing about going to these fests. You get to meet new people, have them come on the show because that's what they want to do. They want to promote their brand, and I think there's a lot of great opportunities for that. So and just you might even see some things that are not necessarily distilleries or things like that. We got a couple of things lined up that are more behind the scenes of what you guys don't always get to learn about, things from distribution to people that kind of work behind the scenes in some of those industries. So. It'll be same bourbon with friends, less squirrels, basically.
Yes. Well, I think that has come up to the end, and are we saying this is the end of the start or the start of the beginning?
Well,
and now I just confused myself.
Yeah, it's like that.
You did. I see your.
Yeah, my squirrel died.
Yeah, it's like that fucking Smashing Pumpkins song. The end is the beginning is the end, and I was like, I don't understand what Billy Corgan's saying. So yeah,
but I think this is a good spot to end it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody out there. The first season was absolutely phenomenal. We couldn't have done it without your guys' support and listening to our podcast.
Thank you, guys.
Everywhere around the world. I mean, it's truly an honor to talk to you guys about this, especially these 3 other people that are on here, as well as all the listeners out there. So again, thank y'all, no matter where you're at in the world. And remember, a bourbon or whiskey with friends can change the world. Cheers, y'all. Have a great day or night.
Cheers.
See y'all next time. All right, guys, I want to thank our sponsor, 10th Mountain Whiskey. You can find them on all social media platforms, as well as 10thwhiskey.com. You can use the code BWF15 for a 15% discount. That's pretty cool. Get some money off. Buy your friends something. Buy your family something. If your friends like whiskey, if your family likes whiskey, you can buy them that. But if they don't, you can buy them a hat. We'd love for you to go there and check them out and buy their products. You can also find them in 42 different states through online distribution, as well as 30 states across the country through regular retail distribution, guys. That's pretty cool. And it's growing because, the distribution is growing. We're not getting more states. So basically, if you do have any questions, you can reach out to 10thwhiskey.com. They'll be happy to answer anything that you may have. And of course, we thank 10th Mountain Whiskey for being our sponsor on the podcast.
That's it for this episode of Bourbon with Friends. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a review to make it easier for others to find the show. You can also check us out on Instagram at Bwfpodcast. Thanks for listening.